Hello friends, welcome to this intro video of my monsoon tour of Karnataka of 2019. I went for a long solo motorcycle ride during the June-July period, the monsoon period of 2019, starting from Ooty in Tamil Nadu, going through the different places of Karnataka, especially the Western Ghats region, then going to the Konkan region of Maharashtra, reaching Mumbai. It is possible to do an Ooty Mumbai ride in 3 days or even maybe 2 days, but I completed this ride in 15 days because I went through like about 20 different places, mostly in the Western Ghat regions of Karnataka like Hornadu, Kudremukh, Karkala, Sringeri, all these places which are less touristic. Then I went to Hampi, from there I went to once again to Western Ghats, and from there to the Konkan region of Maharashtra. This is the map of the route I took to reach Mumbai. Starting from Ooty, first I went to Madikeri and the rains started. From my past experience, a monsoon ride is a very interesting experience. It is not very pleasant, it is slightly adventurous and slightly dangerous. Particularly if you are going through mountainous hilly roads, very wet conditions and places where there are no roads at all. Some people might say it is a foolish idea to ride during the rains during the monsoon period, especially through these mountainous roads, through these difficult road conditions on the Western Ghats where there are very poor roads sometimes and sometimes no roads at all. But some people like these kinds of adventure and I am one of them. In fact, during this entire ride, I went through the highways only during very few periods, especially when I was going from the Western Ghat regions to the Hampi, towards Hampi. Other than that, I was almost going through the Western Ghats or through the Konkan region once I entered to Maharashtra. Western Ghats have a large number of waterfalls, more so in Karnataka, like the Jog Falls, which is the second largest fall I think in India. If you go there during the summer, you are likely to get very less water. During the monsoon period, it looks much better. After spending about 2 days in Madikeri, I went towards north, towards Sakleshpura, which also has, or the route has, a large number of small and large waterfalls. Sakleshpur is the place where there is a small fort, very less known fort, Manjarabad fort of Tipu Sultan. From Sakleshpur, I went to Dharmasthala. Dharmasthala has the old and the very famous Manjunatha temple and the Bahubali statue, and is also an important Hindu pilgrimage site. Once again, the ride is very short, less than 100 kilometers, but if you go to the interior roads, you get to see small and large waterfalls. Then the route is also very beautiful and scenic. If you go to too many interior places, you get a beautiful off-road experience, and then most of these places during the monsoon period looks very beautiful. From Dharmasthala, I went to Karkala on the western side of the Western Ghats through Kudremukh and Hornadu. Like so many other places on the Western Ghats, the Kudremukh National Park is a restricted area and it is also ecologically sensitive, and for that reason is very beautiful. And because of that, after visiting the Gomateshwara statue at Karkala, I came back all the way through the Kudremukh region, visiting Sringeri and then to Shimoga or Shivamogga. Shivamogga is one of the larger towns of Karnataka, lies to the east of the Western Ghats. I didn't stop there to see too many places. I was only there because it lies on my route to my next destination, Jog Falls. I reached Jog Falls during very heavy rains, but I think I'm a bit too early, a few days too early, because I think all the amount of water that has come out as rain has not come out through Jog Falls as the waterfall. I think it would have been much better if I had come about 2 or 3 days later. One of my main objectives of this tour is to enjoy monsoon riding, but when I reached all these places, it was raining very heavily and I could not even take out my DSLR when I was at all these places. It was raining continuously throughout the day, and so I decided to go to a place which has less rains. My next destination is Hampi, which lies a bit far away from the Western Ghats. There are a few very less known, very old temples on this route. Hampi, the capital of Vijayanagara Empire from the 14th century. Currently a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Days and even weeks are not enough to indulge Hampi or to see all the group of monuments at this place. But of course it is possible to do a 2 or 3 day flash tour. But that is kind of a disrespect to Hampi if you know the history and the greatness of the place. But that is exactly what I did. I completed my tour of Hampi in 2 days and I set out from there. Because it was not raining in Hampi and it was a bit hot. I was kind of missing the rains, the cold, the adventure, and the poor road conditions of Western Ghats. And for that reason, I just did a 2 day tour of Hampi, which is not enough. You kind of miss the rains when it is hot, and that is what happened to me. In hindsight, I think I should have been in Hampi for at least one more week. And so I have decided after the ride that I should go to Hampi at least once and to spend at least about 2 weeks at the place because the number of tourist attractions and historic sites at this place is countless. While on my way to Western Ghats from Hampi, I went to another place, first Pattadakallu and then to Badami. And these places once again have scope to keep you for at least 2 days because of the countless number of historical places, especially the Badami cave temples. But I could only spend about half a day at Badami, and from there I went to Dharwad because I want to go to the next destination, Dandeli. It is increasing in popularity among the tourists and trekkers because this is Karnataka's second largest wildlife sanctuary. It has all the things I need: hills, mountains, winding roads, and the rains. One of the best things to do here is trekking, but there are restrictions from the forest department. But trekking is not advisable during the monsoon, so I just did a ride of the place and went through the waterfalls. And my next place or my next destination is Goa. The route I took to reach Goa from Dandeli was still under construction, or was so when I was going. They were only allowing two-wheelers to pass through because of this. I would say this route was like the Kudremukh National Park region, more so because of the thick forest, the thick vegetation. So now I am in the state of Goa, but I did not go to the tourist places or the well-known tourist destinations of Goa. I've been to Goa several times in the past. I bypassed all those famous tourist destinations, the beaches, the churches and all that. I took a route which was very close to the Western Ghats and I was going to Maharashtra. One of the reasons for bypassing the many tourist destinations of Goa is because I think they have become more touristic, more commercialized, and whenever I went there, it was flowing with people. Every place is crowded, it is becoming much more costly, and the places in Goa does not gel with the concept and philosophy of this tour of mine, which was like going to little known tourist places. But even if you are bypassing those well-known beaches and churches and other tourist places in Goa, there are other things to see, like this waterfall. This one I found on the road while I was going from Goa to Maharashtra. Even though I could not see the beautiful beaches of Goa, my next place is another beach, but may not be as beautiful as Goa. It is the Malvan beach. And at this place you have the Sindhudurg fort. Malvan is a place famous for the Malwani cuisine or the specific cuisine of the Konkan region of Maharashtra. My objective of coming to Malvan was to visit the Sindhudurg fort, which is very famous in Maharashtra. But I was a bit late or a bit too early because Sindhudurg fort is closed to tourist activity during the monsoon period. As it lies a bit far away from the coast, that is, it is in the sea, it is kind of an island, and the high tides during the monsoon periods is the reason for its closure for tourist activity. By the time I reached these places, the monsoon activity increased or the ferocity of the rains increased. Many places in my home state Kerala, then Karnataka, and even a few places in Maharashtra was witnessing sudden and flash floods. So I ditched my plans for returning to the Western Ghats and I continued my ride through this Konkan region or the Konkan route, which lies almost parallel to the beaches. Going northwards towards Mumbai, I almost always tried to take the route closest to the beaches and the seashore. But here again I had to take the mountainous hilly routes, and here again it was heavy raining. My next destination is Ratnagiri, and on this route you get to see very old forts apart from the beaches. And I had always wanted to take this route on the Konkan route, on the Konkan side. And my previous ride when I was going from Mumbai to Ooty, I partially went through the Konkan region. That was when I was going from Mumbai to Mahabaleshwar. I had taken the Konkan route. Now every ride, every tour, every travel has to end somewhere. My destination is Mumbai. I reached Ratnagiri and I think it is just about here that I decided to stop the rides to these waterfalls, the forts, the tourist places, and to just head towards Mumbai straight away. One reason was that I had spent almost all the money I had taken for this ride. And so from Ratnagiri, it only took me 2 days to reach Mumbai. Ratnagiri to Chiplun, Chiplun to Mumbai. It was not just the lack of money. From I reached Ratnagiri, the ferocity of the rains increased and there were flash floods happening at most places, mostly in Maharashtra, especially on the western part of these western Ghats. Mumbai city was very heavily flooded and the rains were causing a lot of damages to the roads. The rains of 2019 was very heavy and it was also very sudden. It caused a lot of flooding at a lot of places. With all that, I headed straight away to Mumbai. And because this is the Konkan region, there are beautiful sights on the road like this waterfall. It might have caused by the sudden rains, but it looks beautiful. This 15 days tour was a very fantastic, memorable experience for me. This video is just an introduction of this entire tour. All the places that I have mentioned and others are coming up in my future vlogs, which are going to be very detailed. So this video was to just give you an introduction to my entire tour, to my entire ride, and my future vlogs will have very detailed videos and photos of all these places that I have gone to. I hope I have the support of all of you, and I'm going to stop this video just about here. I hope this introduction might have increased your interest for my upcoming vlogs. My very next video is going to be my first day's ride from Ooty to Madikeri. And finally, as everybody says, if you found this video interesting, do hit that like button and also try to support me by subscribing to my channel. You might also want to hit that bell button to get intimations about the future upcoming videos of mine. The link to my next video, that is from Ooty to Madikeri, is going to be just about here. Finally, thank you.